All right. Good morning, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon, Los Angeles, California, here for early morning crypto talk. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you are listening in from. So we have Mahfouz from Laurel, Maryland, LaShane from Richmond, Darnell from OKC, Mr. Pinkston from Philly, Nicholas, Dan Williams from Tampa, Florida, Elijah from Hercules, California, Tracy Kubish, Darnell Abram, Lorna Vasquez, Eric White, Shauna Ross, Clevie Stewart, Sharita Hill, Nashville, Gina Ray, as a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be discussing financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestions, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Hello, Marty Bali from Victoria, Texas. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 years, 6 years, 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What vehicle are you going to use to make it happen? Stay focused, take action, and do not get distracted. There's so many things out there that can distract you in this space. You have limited resources. Now, this is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that you can ask for. All right, so let's go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to hit screen share. Share screen. There we go. All right, the first thing we're going to do is look at the charts. And I hope you guys that hopped on to our special crypto talk last night learned something new. You know what? Myself and Jairus, what we covered last night is how we actually began in this industry to make money. There was nobody there to hold our hand. There was no crypto talk for me to hop on and watch somebody do. We learned by trial and error, just doing it. So you guys have a head start. At least you got some good insight before you start, so that you can avoid maybe some of the errors and mistakes and learning curve that we did. But at the end of the day, you have to jump in the water and start swimming. That's how I learned how to read the charts, because I was making money and losing money, and I wanted to know why. And I started to see patterns. My brain works a certain way. I may not understand everything I'm looking at, but I can understand patterns. And once I got a hold of the patterns, it was game over. I knew what to do after that, how to read the charts the right way for my benefit. So let's see what's going on in the market today. Let me pull up on CoinMarketCap while this is loading up. All right. Total market cap volume, 116 billion. So it lost another 5 billion last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 54.7%. So most of that loss came from the altcoins, since Bitcoin dominance went up almost by 1 full percent. So that's telling me money came out of the market So we're going to see a downtrend on all the coins. So let's take a look. Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, Stellar, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV is an 11% up, while everything else is down. I wonder why. Why is that? Bitcoin Cash is down double digits, but Bitcoin SV is up double digits. This is an internal war that's going on between these coins there. Let's see the best performers. Bitcoin SV, 11.25% up. Loopring, Factum, Mobile Go, see, DAI, Linky, Tether's in the green. What is the market starting to stabilize or something? I have to look a little closer. What about worst performers? Nexo, Baitum, Waves, Eternity, Stratus, Binance Coin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash. Oh, I know why Bitcoin Cash is down like that. An article just popped up saying that Roger Ver is being sued for hacking Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, that's a war. They're playing dirty over there in the Bitcoin Cash world. Let's see, Ontology, Steam, Verge, Stellar. Stellar's ranked number 4 right now? Let me go back. Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum. Yeah, Stellar. And overtook Bitcoin Cash. Did EOS, Tether, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, Tron. Tron is in the top 10. The porn coin in the top 10. Beat out Cardano. Interesting. Barely. All right, I want to look a little bit closer. Let me go to Poloniex. Now, remember last night, I put in a buy order. Remember that? My buy order was at 37.37, and it hit that mark because it went down. Now it's 36.58. The 24-hour high was 38.87. 24-hour low 36.04. Right now it's at 36.58. It is showing me downward trend right now. That's still dropping for the last 24 hours. So this is last night when it was squeezing. Actually, it's more about right here. This is where we were last night when me and Jairus were doing that live. It was squeezing. And then when it separated, it did go up for a bit, down, then it went up. Then it's bounced around. Then overnight, it came down. We'll see the high bar to the low bar. And that might stretch out a little bit more. So it's still on a steep downward spiral. This is why, again, I can attest to that there's a bot in action on here. There's that 50 Bitcoin again. And 50 Bitcoin again. $180,000 he's playing with. So about over $300,000 this guy's playing with. Now, he's got a current sell order at 36.75 and a buy order at 36.12. This bot is just doing straight up micro trades. We call it swing trades. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's making money whether the market goes up or the market goes down. So I'm not doing it this way because I'm not watching the charts 24/7 every minute of the day. But I can do maybe 1 or 2 trades a day. So the other day I made 7.5%. The day after that I made 1.5%, and I'm in the process of doing another one. Since I bought at 37.37, I'm going to sit there and hold it. I'm not going to sell until it goes back up past 37.37. I'll put a buy order in. In fact, I can go ahead and do that now. Just prove a point. So 37.37 is when I bought. This is when it was going down. It came right back up a bit. 37.37. Right now it's all the way down to here. 37.37. I want to buy at 37, 37, 38, 3,800. All right, I'm going to place a buy order. I'm sorry, not a buy order, a sell order. That's when I want to make my profit. 3,800 even. And then I'm going to sit on it. It might take 3 or 4 days. 3,800 even for all of it. That's what I'm going to sell. Question is, how much profit would I make off of that? Sell. Now I can walk away from it. So I'm going to look at a quick chart real quick. I got to do all this again. All right, so let's say if that is 37.37, and if I sell it at 3,800, that should give me 1.69% profit on that. They're not bad. So I'll sit back and wait and watch it happen. All right, so let's come back. Let's go over some articles. First up, I want to talk about the IRS. Okay, got to copy the link first. All right, let's look at the IRS. The IRS to face record number of loss claims. You think? Says crypto accounting firm. Node 40, a developer of Bitcoin tax reporting software, expects the U.S. internal IRS to receive a record number of cryptocurrency-related tax return claims this year, as it predicts that many investors will decide to declare their losses. That's the one thing about people. They're not going to declare their profit, but they sure will declare their losses. Cryptocurrency traders hit by considerable price declines in 2018 now have a strong incentive to report their activities to the authorities in order to offset their losses against other tax liabilities. However, Node 40 warns that doing so could have long-term consequences for investors. For example, if an individual reports particularly high losses, they may be questioned about where the money came from to begin with. You guys see that? It is clear that with the huge falls in the crypto market during 2018, many people will be weighing up whether this is a good opportunity to reveal the losses they have suffered, said Perry Wooden, co-founder of Node 40. Having not reported their crypto activity up to now, those choosing to reveal losses this year will need to report their crypto positions every year from now on, giving the tax authorities much better visibility of people's crypto involvement. See, people think it's short-term being greedy, they're going to end up shooting themselves in the foot. So reporting taxes based on inaccurate calculations in the U.S. could result in penalties of up to 40%, and tax courts often place the burden of proof on the individual rather than on the IRS. So it's important that people who choose to report this year have written records of all transactions they took part in. Have you guys done that? Written records of all transactions? including accurate gains or losses, as well as proper cost basis assignments. If you use accounting software to generate these documents, make sure that it can recover historical trade activity from all the exchanges and wallets you have ever used. There is a lot for individuals to consider when it comes to crypto accounting and their tax returns, said Sean Ryan, co-founder of Node 40. For example, hodlers will have a completely different set of circumstances to traders, while those receiving crypto from forks and then selling will also have a unique situation to deal with. You know, and please don't ask me for tax advice when it comes to crypto. This is so new. Most of the tax people out there don't even know. You know, there's only a handful of tax experts out there today. All I can say, because I can't give advice, is I suggest report and pay your taxes. That's all I can say on that. If you try to get over on the system, they will find you later. It might be 2 or 3 years from now, and they will go back on you. All right. New article, Bitcoin is 43% more profitable to mine than Craig Wright's miner-friendly BCH fork. So there's a war going on right now between Craig Wright and Roger Ver. Roger Ver is representing Bitcoin Cash, ABC. Craig Wright is representing Bitcoin SV, so which stands for Satoshi Vision. And there's another article here I might want to cover because it just popped up on my other computer. Let me see if yeah, here it is. Lawsuit accuses crypto heavyweights Bitmain and Roger Ver of hijacking Bitcoin Cash. All right, I'm going to cover that as well, since this is all of this is messing with the market as we know it right now. It's impacting all of us. So it's good to know what they're doing, what's going on, why it's important. But first up, why is Bitcoin 40% more profitable to mine than Craig Wright's miner-friendly Bitcoin Cash fork? When Craig Wright formed an alliance with CoinGeek founder Calvin Ayre to launch a hostile takeover of the Bitcoin Cash network, the two men predicted that their BCH implementation, Bitcoin SV, would quickly accrue near universal support among miners due to its allegedly miner-friendly protocol specifications. This support would be so comprehensive, they boasted, that the other Bitcoin Cash people would quickly cease to exist. Actual events, of course, took a very different turn. And before long, BSV's backers had resigned themselves to pursuing Satoshi's original vision on yet another independent blockchain. Now that the dust has settled, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV have similar hash rates, though Bitcoin Cash has accumulated 28.9% more proof of work since the fork. Notably, though, there is a stark contrast in the economics of mining these two networks, both of which continue to utilize the SHA-256 hashing algorithm. Taking coin price, network difficulty, and block rewards into account, and using Bitcoin as a baseline, CoinDance estimates that BTC is a full 43% more profitable to mine than BSV, meaning that BSV miners are throwing away significant revenue by continuing to mine this blockchain, much as they mined at a loss in the aftermath of the fork. In layman's terms, they're losing money by mining Bitcoin SV, which is giving that advantage to Bitcoin Cash ABC. That's more than a bit ironic, considering that BSV was supposed to be the miner-friendly implementation of Bitcoin Cash, which itself positioned itself as a miner-friendly alternative to Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin Cash, despite its post-price collapse, Bitcoin Cash is currently the most profitable of the three major Bitcoin iterations, at least for miners. At present, BCH is 9.2% more profitable than Bitcoin, even after its recent difficulty reduction, making it around 47% more lucrative for miners than BSV. Of the three networks, Bitcoin is not only the most trusted, but also features the most decentralized hash rate. BTC's largest mining pool, BTC.com, accounts for 16.5% of the blocks mined over the past week. BTC.com is owned by Bitmain, which also owns Antpool. Together, these pools possess 30% of the hash rate. Bitcoin Cash, in contrast, features two Bitmain-linked mining pools via BTC and BTC.com that collectively manage around 56% of the Bitcoin Cash hash rate. BSV is also quite centralized, with CoinGeek's mining pool accounting for 36.1% of the hash rate, and SV Pool, which is operated by Craig Wright's firm, InChain, possessing another 20.8%. For all their talk of on-chain scaling, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SVC continue to process much smaller blocks than BTC. As of the time of writing, most BTC blocks were approaching the maximum block weight of 4 MB. BCH, with its 32 MB block size limit, was averaging blocks around 50 KB, while BCF, which Craig Wright claims will process blocks up to 1 terabyte within 2 years, was averaging 13 KB per block. So in the wars of mining right now, Bitcoin Cash is winning out over Bitcoin and Bitcoin SV. But saying that, let's look at what's going on with a lawsuit here that just came out while I was talking. That's why I do 2 crypto talks a day. Breaking news is happening all the time. Lawsuit accuses crypto heavyweights Bitmain and Roger Ver of hijacking Bitcoin Cash. A company by the name of United Corp is taking a number of Bitcoin Cash actors to court today, filing documents that very clearly outline what they believe to have been a conspiracy which worked out to their detriment. United Corp is short for United American Corporation, a Florida firm which works in experimental blockchain technologies, including blockchain domes, an interesting take on mining hardware. The heart of the suit is that the Bitcoin Cash hard fork should have been allowed to play out under the standard rules of consensus in Bitcoin Cash. They allege that Bitcoin.com's conversion of Bitcoin mining hardware and renting of extra hardware for the benefit of mining the Bitcoin ABC chain was an unfair practice and worked to undermine the principles of Bitcoin as a whole. A press release on the subject elucidates this further. United Corp alleges that the use of computational hashing power did not contribute to the network just prior, and then was withdrawn shortly after the network upgrade was put in place for the sole purpose of maintaining an artificially longer chain over the existing rule sets, and amounted to human manipulation for the purpose decentralizing the autonomous network, and that this was orchestrated by a small group of individuals and corporations. I'm not even going to lie. I understand maybe 50% of that, what they're talking about. But let's go on. United Corp also alleges that a few days later, on November 20th, the ABC development team planted a poison pill into the blockchain in the form of a deep reorg prevention, as well as other functionality in order to cement the control of the blockchain ledger. This intervention allows maintenance of control on future implementations and any related rule sets for future network upgrades. So Bitcoin Cash goes to court, documents filed, and the price drops. United Corp had filed their suit paperwork at U.S. District Court in Miami at time of writing. The legal process will proceed from here. Named defendants are Roger Ver and Jihan Wu personally, Bitcoin.com, Bitmain Corporation, which seems to be racking up lawsuits as of late, and Kraken Exchange, which lent its support to Bitcoin ABC from the outset. Centralization is on trial. Point 4 of the filed court documents actually brings centralization to court, perhaps a first, and certainly of interest to cryptonauts the world over. The market manipulation is centralizing what is intended to be a decentralized transactional system, enabling the corruption of the democratic and neutral principles of the Bitcoin Cash network. The court, which will actually be asked to determine whether or not Bitcoin Cash users have a right to decentralization and whether the actions of the named parties violated such rights. Point 46 makes plain that United Corp sees Bitcoin ABC's moves as nothing more than a power grab, and nowhere mentions the actions of Craig Wright and or InChain. It seems the approach is to focus on the fact that the protocol split cannot be fully attributed to consensus if rented hash was required to fully enact it. Upon information and belief, the scheduled Bitcoin Cash network upgrade was manipulated by defendants in an effort to artificially take control of the network blockchain moving forward. Like I said, I understand half of that. In layman's terms, they're all playing dirty right now. And as a result of their war, we are all casualties of this fight that's going on in the Bitcoin world. So, last article though, because it's not all doom and gloom. Roger Ver, since we just talked about him, says, the future for cryptocurrencies is brighter than ever. Really? Why do you say so, Roger? Roger Ver is the founder of Bitcoin.com and is very bullish on cryptocurrencies. Even though the market keeps falling, he told Bloomberg that the future looks brighter than ever. So why is Ver bullish on cryptocurrencies? In an interview in Tokyo with Bloomberg, Roger Ver puts Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash's differences aside. Even though he is still betting on Bitcoin Cash for the future, he argues that it is important to see the bigger picture. He explains that even though the price is crashing down, the case for further adoption is foolproof, he said. Long term, the future is brighter than ever. There's more awareness. There's more adoption. There's more stuff happening all over the world. Of course, I'm incredibly bullish on the whole cryptocurrencies ecosystem, and I agree with them. The price might be going down, but the fundamentals are stronger than ever. Not only are more people aware of cryptocurrencies in general, but cryptocurrencies are also gaining a lot of traction from institutions all around the world as well. Institutions such as Fidelity and ICE, through the platform Backed, among other organizations, are entering the market. Not only are institutions entering the market, but over 3,000 tobacco shops will also be able to sell Bitcoins starting in January 2019. Some 7 EU member states are even joining forces to promote blockchain as a part of the future. Therefore, the price is very volatile, but the adoption of the blockchain is steadily increasing. I agree. What's the big picture? This year, 2018, is a sour year for cryptocurrencies, and Roger Ver has seen Bitcoin Cash split into 2 chains and losing much of its value. Bitcoin found a low point of 3,500, but have rebounded from the lows of 2018. The current price hovers around $3,669. Bear stated that he is very bullish on cryptocurrencies and thinks that the future is bright, and comments that Bitcoin Cash is still his favorite. Many investors are speculators when it comes to cryptocurrencies and blockchain, but Ver states that we need to see the bigger picture and what good blockchain can do for our society. The goal is to bring economic freedom to the world. Ohio sets an example by accepting cryptocurrencies as a way for individuals to pay taxes. I think we need to build on an economy based on actually using cryptocurrencies as currencies rather than just a bunch of speculators speculating. That's the goal with Bitcoin Cash, both the SV camp and the ABC camp. And I wish every cryptocurrency good luck if they're trying to bring more economic freedom to the world by making themselves useful as currencies for the world. I agree 100% with everything he said there. Long term, the sky's the limit. Short term, we don't know what the heck's going on. You're going to have to ride it out. Now, tonight I'm doing a live presentation for KGX for those of you that want crypto education. That's the key. What do you do when the market is not going the direction you want it to go? How do you spend your time in this quiet storm? You spend your time learning, honing your craft, learning as much as you can, practicing. So when the game time comes, you're ready to take action. So 9:00 p.m. tonight, Eastern time, I'll be doing a KGX presentation. I probably will not do a late night crypto talk, or I'll do a version of it. But I saw this article. I forgot who posted it in our Facebook group. I don't remember if it was Gina, Antoinette, or Jacqueline. Don't remember, or Patricia. But I saw this article. 4 days trapped at sea with crypto's nouveau rich, meaning the rich people in crypto. It's kind of long. I haven't read, I've kind of skimmed through this, but it caught my attention. So what I'm going to be doing this afternoon sometime, I don't have a time for it, is whenever things kind of calm down. And since I'm going to read this article anyway, I might as well turn on the microphone while I do it. So when I get some free time, it's going to be unexpected, but I will do a Zoom or a YouTube live covering this article, because what I skimmed through looked pretty interesting. Caught my attention. So with that, that is it for this morning. I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is the point. Everybody have a great day. Today's Thursday. The week's almost over. See you all tonight. God bless. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.